What's going on? It's Jared Got That Dopamine, and today we'll be listening to headlines by DJ Premier featuring Westside Gunn, Conway The Machine, and Benny the Butcher. And the three core members of Griselda are Conway The Machine, Benny the Butcher, and Westside Gunn the Curator. And I think they're all related in some sort of way. They're all coming from Buffalo, New York. And DJ Premier, the person who released the song, he's a producer at heart, but I think, and don't quote me on this, coming up, I think he rapped a little bit, but he was part of a duo group called Gangstar with Guru, Real MC, rest in peace. Yeah, and after he died, I'm pretty sure he went solo and just started making beats and producing for real MCs and cold spitting rappers that could really rap on the track. And he's one of the more well-known, I'd say, producers in the game. And he made a nice track here with all three of them. So we're going to get straight into it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what's up, nigga?
My team, living this American dream.
No fucking games, nigga. Machine, bitch. Griselda. DJ Premier.
You know this.
Look. I don't beef on the internet, I approach you. I ain't shooting five with a nigga, I gotta smoke you. My dog said his box just landed, he got his load through. Drive-by music, this shit he can pop his toast to. His chopper smoking it out of Yoshu. My buzz by a coast to. Took the game over like I supposed to. I'm in position you cannot get close to. I got shot in my throat, still got 4 classics at my disposal. And the bitches.
Conway, the guy y'all see right now with the sideways lips, he actually got shot in the, I don't know how many times he got shot, but he got shot, I'm pretty sure, in the face. He just mentioned the throat. I actually did not know about that, but yeah, he got shot a good bit, it seems like, and he just mentioned he got shot in his throat, and he still got 4 classics at his disposal. So I'm pretty sure he's just bragging about what he's made, you know, like his discography and what he brings to the table. Like, he's trying to just showcase what how far he's came. Ever since he got shot, he didn't let that stop him. He kept going, and I guess that's a good background for him. Like, it adds to his personality a bit, and it probably made the person who he is today, you know. So I fuck with his music, and I saw a snippet of how he sounded before. He sounded slightly different, but I could still tell it's Conway the Machine. But it's nice to see how far he's came, you know. So props to him for keep going.
Admire my ways. I was wildin' inside of a cage. Now I set fire to stage. Every verse recited as wave, and I ain't writing a page. Hardest nigga out till I lie in my grave. Cook the white up in the microwave. You at work trying to get holiday pay. I'm on the island for days, getting money like Big Meech. 06. This Griselda DJ Primo shit.
Hey yo, rich Lord, poor Lord, read the headlines. 04, me and Sheen was back in dimes. Coke Spider had a leash so harder than a line. Sell another brick and we copy twin fives. Hey yo, out in Daytona, Rolex Daytona. Fiend hit it once, fell out into a coma. Sean Elliott, Mac 10s out the Rover. Might shoot 32 times for the culture. Niggas back a boy, rock a lover boy. Undercover, they turn the oven on. It only had 2 bodies, I put another on. We sold 1,000 bricks after summer gone. Drive in the 45 with the potato light in the right hand. Die in first, the burgers flow on the high end. The prices won't drop unless you buy 10. Hopped off the Lamborghini, it's like Godfish. In my cell reminiscing when I used to time pitch. The rhyme sick, K in the Finch ain't Wayne Trich. How you doing, Fly God? Same shit, bigger back. Cocaine killing it with the Dilla tag. Rich Lord, poor Lord, read the headlines. 04, me and Sheen was back in dimes.
Yeah.
They keep talking about Machine Gun, and I know all three of them because I listen to, I can brag about it. I've definitely listened to all of their music, each and every one of them. But they all talk about Machine Gun, or AKA Machine Gun Black, I should say. And I think he's an artist that came up with them before he died, and he's actually in Westside Gunn's first mixtape. It's on Apple Music. It's called Machine Gun Black. Song or freestyle, something like that. And he was definitely close to all three of them because they all talk about him. And who knows? Maybe he would have been a great artist just like them. But sadly, he got shot, so we'll never know the outcome of that. But yeah, rest in peace, Machine Gun Black.
Spider had at least 100 in the line. Sell another brick and we copy twin
I
five.
skip town with the money. My bitch the accountant. You ever try to board a plane with a brick in your outfit? You know I work hands on. Had to sit in them houses. Learn from real drug dealers, not from internet browsers. Who cook the food in the kitchen that they feeling they mouth with me? The head of West like Dion when he split with the Falcons. Look at me and see the vision of Malcolm. Slightly grinning, but long as we keep winning, I can live with the outcome. Drake had Rihanna. Mike had Madonna. What else? But I drove a few bricks through the Carolinas. It's true that they underestimate you when you modest, so I'm fronting on them every chance I get, to be honest. Never likes about Griselda, they tell you that we the hottest. Flip wherever I can sell you, cause failure won't be an option. Yeah, I sold the block together like a seamstress. And I lived to rap about it on Supreme shit. Let's go.
That shit was hard. Benny the Butcher, always, when he goes in like that, he reminds me of J. Cole. Just like more street talk, rugged, like, I don't even know what to say. Like he's a real spitter. And what I loved about it, they all mention DJ Premier. That is awesome. Like I like when artists can, I guess, pay homage to someone that made the record for them, you know? And that's dope that they just shout out DJ Premier, like each and every one of them. I don't know if Westside Gunn did, but I know Benny and Conway did mention DJ Premier, which is awesome.
Poor Lord, read the headlines. 04, me and Sheen was back in dimes. Cold Spider had at least 100 in the line. Sell another brick and we copy twin fives.
The proper way to say it, but only if I can. The proper way to say it, but only if I can. The proper way, the proper way, the proper way, the proper way to say it, but only if I can.
Yeah, that was that. I'd say Griselda's like Wu-Tang, for instance. I think for my generation, Griselda's the Wu-Tang from the 90s and stuff like that, but it's nice to have come up and listen to them, you know, because I've been listening for a good bit now. Like I already said, I listened to them for like 5-6 years, and it's nice to see their growth. I've seen them prosper. Like I've seen them get to where they are now, and they've paved waves for many other artists under the labels. They all have got their own separate labels, which is nice. It's nice to be an OG like fan, you know. That's kind of sick, but yeah. And speaking about Wu-Tang, Raekwon the Chef, aka just Raekwon, but he paved the way in Griselda's first album ever. Not sure if it was their first, but it was definitely one of their first three. They had a lot of features on there, like 50 Cent, a lot of artists, but on the intro, Raekwon, it was, I don't know if it was a song, I can't remember, I haven't listened to it in a while, but Raekwon had a skit where he was just talking about shouting out Griselda and shit, and just giving them their flowers, what they should deserve, like what they deserved, and that's just awesome to see. And he's just passing down the torch, it looked like, just kind of, like I just said, paving the way for them, which is dope. So yeah, shout out Raekwon. And you know, Griselda's going to do their thing in every track, but I'm going to be doing more videos, and stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.